Hello friends, welcome to day 20 of Journaling Together. Here we are Thursday and we are headed into a long weekend. A lot of us are going to take a break from work, maybe, if we're fortunate enough. And others are going to have students that are going to take a break from their virtual desks. And I wanted to pivot into a positive mind frame into the weekend and do some imagery work that will carry us through whenever we need it. It's a practice that I fell into and I wanted to share that with you. But before going into that, I do want to acknowledge that we are getting more information about what's going on with coronavirus. And some of it is raising a lot of questions for us. How long will this go on for? What does this mean for me and my family? And that's all very much expected, and we are going through the same kinds of things, some more than others. But I was reminded of a class that I took, and right now the class is in podcast form. It's called the Happiness Lab with Laurie Santos. I highly recommend it, especially because they have a special coverage with the coronavirus. It will make you feel really good and positive and considered. So I hope you watch it or listen to it. And one of the things in the class that she gave at Yale was about our natural tendency to fall back into a happiness kind of level. We are all equipped with a level that's very natural for us. It's a baseline, if you will. And regardless of what happens in our lives, the sadness and the happiness even, we're always going to go back to that baseline. And for me, that's important to remember, just so I can put perspective into this whole thing. It's a short-term thing, and if I get used to this new reality, I can get to that baseline perhaps quicker. Just something I wanted to share with you. And it's very powerful. And the other thing that I'm reminded of is, in general, we as humans have an incredible ability to adapt to new situations. It's within our survival toolkit, if you will. So from this, and we've already seen a lot of innovation online, really funny stuff and comforting stuff and new ways of engaging and interacting and connecting. And we will continue to see incredible leaps in innovation because of the need to. So it's something to keep in mind, in perspective, as far as being hopeful. So first of all, we return to our baseline, and we also can count on innovation to bring us some of the more things that we're used to having in our daily lives. So wanted to give you that. The other thing that works for me when things get tough for me, when I'm having a hard time really getting grounded, getting centered, is to imagine my happiest place on earth. And for me, it's looking at water, a lake, and looking at the sun just bounce on a really warm day. I've done this where I have paid specific attention and noticed the dancing that happens between the sun and the water. And I've wanted to sear it into my brain. And I'm sure we all had moments that we can recall, whether it's a conversation with a loved one, whether it's just a feeling wrapped in a blanket, or a memory that you hold dear. It's really a good thing to go back to that and just kind of pay attention to that moment that brought you comfort. And so that image hopefully will bring you an instant calming, if you will. And that is my hope for you, that as you go through the weekend, you can get into that favorite place mode as often as you need to, or as often as you'd like. And with that said, I'd like to shift into really kind of thinking about what we're grateful for. And that could come from many different areas, right, in our life. It could come from what we've experienced that we're grateful for, or the support that we're getting that we're grateful for, whatever it is that you're grateful for. And I'll share mine on the write-up that goes with this video. And if you want, you can share yours, okay? So with that, I just wanted to make you aware too, we have a Facebook group that is a place to share, to ask questions, and to experience this on a deeper level if you wish. So with that said, I will start our timer for 5 minutes, and we are going to begin right